What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Rooted in Reptiles. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the untapped corner of the skink market, what exactly that is, and the exponential potential for this corner. So the untapped corner is the part of the market that no one is doing, honestly. Everyone's focused on breeding and breeding and breeding and breeding. And that's great because it takes pressure off the wild. But for the animals that we can get wild caught still, there is no one buying these animals and getting them established and then reselling them to people as healthy animals that are ready to become pets. They're not covering that middle ground and gray area that a lot of people have issues with, and honestly that is a completely untapped corner. It's super crazy cheap, especially if you were to buy in bulk to get a shipment of IJs in and then establish all the IJs, treat them, get rid of mites, get rid of internal parasites, have them tested, the whole 9 yards, get them 100% ready to be pets, and then sell them. That is just something that currently the market is in need of. It's something that I have considered doing, but I don't really have the space for a quarantine area currently outside of my bedroom here until I buy a house, and it is what it is. But it is not feasible for me to do. So to be able to buy IJs, Indos, Marukis, Alms, anything that you can get in that's wild caught, and to treat them and provide that for the market would be amazing. It might not be a quick get-rich-quick scheme. Certainly, I don't honestly know what well-established animals go for because no one is seriously doing it, which leaves it kind of up to you and what you think they might be worth. Obviously you can't get a $200 IJ in and then charge $800 once it's established because it's just not reasonable. Captive bred babies there's one for sale right now from Austin. It's listed for $400. So I would assume that you would be able to get your animals resold around the $300 mark, and it shouldn't cost near that to get them established. But again, this isn't really a business thing at all. It's seriously not about business. It's about providing something for the hobby and for the community that is just good. Do it because it's good, and I don't recommend that everyone goes and jumps now and tries to start establishing animals because that's not going to really work. If someone ever chooses to do this, they're going to need to know what they're doing. They're going to need to know what they're looking at and what they're looking for as far as illnesses and parasites and anything like that, because they need to know how to handle these animals. And honestly, that's something that you're just gonna have to have a good grasp on. So for those of you who do have that, this might be a good opportunity for you to give back to the reptile community and to do something that you really enjoy doing. And one of the benefits to this is you have the potential to come across an animal that is just different and that could potentially have genetics to change the game of IJs or Marukis or Indos or Alms or anything. As you're getting these animals and as you're treating them, you're going to be able to kind of get a feel for what is different and what isn't. So to be able to kind of go through all these animals and find them good homes and be able to provide for the community in this sense, you might have the potential to come across something that is truly special. We've seen some really crazy animals being sold here that were wild caught, and so this might be an opportunity for you to get one of those animals and to be able to raise it and to be able to breed it. I mean, certainly you can breed it, but I believe that with all the pressure on the wild from the reptile hobby pulling these animals and capturing them and then bringing them into the pet trade, there's going to come a breaking point potentially where, like other animals, they become endangered and they're listed as CITES 1, where you can't take them from the wild anymore. So I think that it's important to get a good genetic base established within the states, to where if and when that time came, we would have the genetic capacity to carry these animals for years and years and years and years and years to come, and generation after generation after generation, and not have any line breeding or inbreeding or anything like that. I mean, obviously people are going to chase polygenic projects, but I mean to the point where the animals become unhealthy or you start having health issues or deformities or anything like that. You don't want that. So really the Untapped Corner is someone establishing wild-caught animals and reselling them when they're in perfect condition. Again, it might not be a get-rich-quick scheme, but you certainly can justify making a couple dollars off of an animal that you have taken the time and treated and gotten to a healthy point in its life, and to where it's ready to become a pet, versus these animals that come off the boat and they're just being sold to everyone and everyone's having issues. So that is the Untapped Corner. I think that you're going to have to prove yourself if you choose to take on this task. Certainly if you start pumping out animals that are proving not to be healthy, you're going to lose your reputation very quickly, but you can also create a great reputation if you do things right and you do this properly. So that is the Untapped Corner, guys. It's really not being looked at all by anybody. As far as I'm aware, I mean, I'm in contact with almost everybody, it seems, and no one's doing it. So that person could be you. And if you have any questions about potentially trying to chase after this corner, then by all means you can message me. I'm always more than willing to answer any questions that you might have and point you in the right direction of getting this project started. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. It's something that is just off the radar, and now I'm bringing it onto the radar, and hopefully this sheds a positive light on the hobby, where currently it's kind of dark because of health issues with these wild-caught animals, and it really can turn people, first-time buyers, away who don't know any better. So to be able to have someone to recommend for people who are interested in Gaius and in IJs, there's a great potential for you. And I hope that someone somewhere takes advantage of this opportunity and does it right and does it correctly and proves to be reputable. So I thank you guys. Please let me know what you think, as always, and like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys.